Hi, I'm Tara.
We're both part of the TG tribe. We explore the world of vitality and try to unlock the secrets of living longer and feeling stronger. We love to learn what keeps us humans healthy and happy for as long as we live, which might be forever. Who knows? So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and make sure to subscribe to help grow the channel. In this video, Tara and I discuss coconut water. We explore what it really is and the many incredible health benefits coconut water has to offer. Even if you think you already know everything there is to know about coconut water, trust us, you haven't heard everything yet. So let's start with what it actually is. Coconut water has been called the fluid of life as it has the same level of electrolytes as we have in our blood. It is a natural, fat-free drink which is low in sugars and calories. Coconut water consists of 95% water, with the rest being essential electrolytes, vitamins, proteins, oils, and trace amounts of carbohydrates. So Tara, I know that you did some research for today's video. Let's start with the scientific name. Can you tell us what it is and where it comes from?
Yeah, so I did some research and the coconut fruit itself is called Cocos nucifera.
Okay.
Cocos comes from the Portuguese word coco, meaning head or skull, and nucifera comes from the Latin words nux, meaning nut, and fera, meaning bearing. So basically it translates to nut bearing.
There are many different varieties of coconuts throughout the world, resulting in different flavor profiles depending on the region and maturity stage of the coconut. The coconut itself is a fibrous drupe fruit. A drupe is a fruit with a hard stony covering enclosing the seed, like a peach, and comes from the word drupa, meaning overripe olive. A coconut is usually ovoid in shape and comes in various sizes and colors. In general, a coconut takes about 12 months to mature, weighing up to 1.2 to 2 kilos. Well, when we look at a coconut in detail, what are the individual parts?
That's an excellent question. So if you go from the outside inwards, we have 6 individual parts. First, the exocarp is the thin outermost skin of the fruit. Then the mesocarp is the fibrous husk. The endocarp is the hard shell surrounding the meat, which can be up to 4 millimeters thick. The testa is the thin brown layer of seed coat immediately covering the meat, which is about 0.2 millimeters thick. The meat or kernel is the white edible endosperm, which can be up to 11 millimeters thick. Lastly, the water is the liquid endosperm, which is slightly turbid liquid found in the cavity of the coconut.
Now, coconut water isn't present immediately after fertilization of the flower. Small quantities of coconut water are present in the fruit by the 3rd month of development. The amount increases and reaches the maximum when the nut is about 7 to 9 months old. This is also when coconut water tastes the sweetest and is classified as young coconut water, whereas if it is harvested from nuts between 10 to 13 months old, it is classified as mature coconut water. After the nut ripens, the amount of coconut water declines. This is because during maturation, coconut water is used to form the coconut flesh inside the fruit. Once a coconut is opened, the coconut water begins to lose its nutrients and flavors. The enzymes peroxidase and polyphenol oxidase are 2 naturally occurring enzymes found in coconut water. When they come into contact with oxygen, chemical reactions cause a loss of nutritional value and flavor. Turbidity means the quality of being cloudy, opaque, or thick with suspended matter. What does that mean in the context of coconut water?
Well, turbidity in coconut water describes the extent to which it appears to be unclear. Turbidity is influenced by a variety of factors like the total dissolved sugars and proteins. Generally speaking, mature coconuts are more turbid than young coconuts. However, turbidity can also be affected by the number of microorganisms in the coconut water when it is exposed to the environment. When coconut water is left out in the open after extraction, microorganisms will multiply and increase the turbidity. So, if young coconut water is left out in the open without any cooling, it can become as turbid as mature coconut water in a matter of hours.
You might be wondering what the difference is between fresh coconut water and coconut water concentrate. Well, to get the concentrate, coconut water is turned into a syrup by removing the water. This makes it easier and less costly to ship across the world. Later, water is added back, which turns it into coconut water again. Now, besides there being fresh coconut water versus when it's from concentrate, there's also coconut milk and coconut water, which sometimes get confused. So can you tell us what the difference between coconut milk and coconut water is?
Well, like I mentioned before, coconut water is a clear fluid found in the cavity of the coconut. Coconut milk is made by adding water to grated coconut meat. Coconut milk contains about 50% water and is quite high in healthy fats.
Coconut water has a variety of health benefits, as you might already know. Tara, can you tell us a little bit more about these benefits?
Sure, so coconut water seems to have antioxidant properties. Research on animals has shown that coconut water contains antioxidants that seem to help modify free radicals, which are unstable molecules produced in your cells during metabolism. Too many free radicals cause your body to go into a state of oxidative stress, which can damage your cells and increase disease risk. Coconut water modifies these free radicals so that they can no longer cause harm. Coconut water seems to help lower blood sugar for people with diabetes. Since coconut water is a good source of magnesium, it may increase insulin sensitivity and decrease blood sugar levels in people with prediabetes and even type 2 diabetes. Studies on animals suggest that coconut water may in fact improve blood sugar control. Coconut water also seems to help prevent kidney stones. When calcium, oxalate, and other compounds combine to form crystals in your urine, these crystals can then form tiny stones. That is how kidney stones are created. In a 2018 study, researchers found that coconut water increases the urination of potassium, chloride, and citrate in people without kidney stones. This could mean that coconut water might help flush out the system and keep the likelihood of kidney stones low. Coconut water also seems to support heart health. Research in animal studies shows that coconut water consumption improves the ratio of good to bad cholesterol and reduces plaque formation in arteries, which reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke. High blood pressure is one of the primary risk factors linked to heart disease and stroke. The minerals potassium and magnesium are known to help in reducing high blood pressure. Since coconut water is high in both of those minerals, studies in humans have shown that coconut water is effective in reducing high blood pressure and increasing circulation. coconut water is also beneficial after prolonged exercise. Since coconut water is rich in electrolytes, which have many important roles in the body, including maintaining proper fluid balance, several studies show that coconut water is more beneficial than water for rehydration after exercise.
One of the most known facts about coconut water is that it's rich in the electrolytes potassium, sodium, and magnesium. This is why it is recommended as a beverage to restore hydration and replenish electrolytes lost during exercise. Before we dive into what role each electrolyte plays in the body, Tara, can you explain what electrolytes are?
Sure. So, when dissolved in water, electrolytes are chemicals that conduct electricity. They hydrate the body, balance blood acidity and pressure, regulate nerve and muscle function, and help rebuild damaged tissues. The terms electrolytes and minerals are sometimes used interchangeably. However, electrolytes are minerals in your body that carry an electrical charge. So, in short, all electrolytes are minerals, but not all minerals are electrolytes. In the human body, there are actually 7 electrolytes. These are sodium, potassium, calcium, bicarbonate, magnesium, chloride, and phosphate. However, for this video, we are going to focus on potassium, sodium, and magnesium.
Potassium is the third most abundant mineral in the body, with the first being calcium and the second being phosphorus. Potassium is needed by your brain, nerves, heart, and muscles to work properly. So Tara, what exactly does that mean?
Well, potassium is involved in the electrical signals sent by the muscles. It lets them contract properly. For example, potassium helps cells send the right electrical signals so that the heart pumps correctly. Potassium also helps your nerves fire correctly so that they respond when stimulated. The mineral allows brain cells to communicate both with each other and with cells farther away. Potassium also helps move nutrients into your cells and takes waste out. Potassium also counters the effects of sodium, which can help in reducing blood pressure. We will discuss sodium in more detail later. Lastly, potassium is also important for protein synthesis and carbohydrate metabolism.
Magnesium has a variety of roles in the body. About 60% of the magnesium in your body is stored in the skeletal system. The rest is present in muscles, soft tissues, and bodily fluids. One of the main roles of magnesium is to act as a helper molecule to over 300 enzymes which carry out various chemical reactions in the body. Some of these reactions are: magnesium helps the body convert food into energy. It helps create new proteins from amino acids. It helps create and repair DNA and RNA. It aids in muscle contraction and relaxation. It also regulates neurotransmitters which send messages throughout your brain and nervous system. Magnesium also plays a role in many other processes in the body. Tara, besides being a helper molecule to various enzymes, what else does magnesium do in our bodies?
Well, magnesium seems to boost exercise performance by helping to move blood sugar into your muscles and disposing of lactate, which can build up during exercise and cause fatigue. Magnesium also plays a critical role in brain function and mood. Low levels are linked to an increased risk of depression. Magnesium also plays an important role in keeping your heart healthy and strong. Last but not least, magnesium is crucial for maintaining bone health and protecting against bone loss. This has to do with the fact that about 50 to 60% of the magnesium in the body is found in your bones.
While the words sodium and salt are often used interchangeably, they are not the same thing. Salt is a compound made up of sodium and chloride. Sodium, however, is a mineral that is one of the elements found in salt. Sodium has a sort of bad reputation because high levels of sodium have been linked to high blood pressure, which causes damage to your blood vessels and arteries. High blood pressure increases your risk of heart disease, stroke, heart failure, and kidney disease. Nonetheless, your body still needs sodium. What exactly does our body need sodium for?
Well, most of the sodium in your body resides in your blood and the fluid surrounding your cells. Sodium also plays an important role in normal nerve and muscle function. Your kidney actually helps regulate the level of sodium in your body by adjusting the amount that is excreted in your urine. In addition, when you sweat, you lose sodium. It is always important to remember that balance is key. So having too much or too little of each electrolyte can cause a variety of health problems.
The main vitamin found in coconut water is vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid. It is a water-soluble vitamin, so while vitamin C dissolves in water and is delivered to the body's tissues relatively easily, it is not well stored. This means it has to be taken daily through food or supplements. You might be wondering what our body needs all that vitamin C for. Well, let's ask Tara.
Well, vitamin C plays an important role in various bodily functions, like controlling infections and healing wounds. It is also a powerful antioxidant that can neutralize harmful free radicals. Vitamin C also helps make several hormones and chemical messengers used in the brain and nerves. It is also needed to make collagen, which is a protein found in connective tissue, skin, tendon, bone, and cartilage.
Coconut water is also an excellent source of cytokinins, which are a class of plant hormones that promote cell division in plant roots and shoots. What does the research say about consuming cytokinins?
Research has suggested that the possibility of consuming rich sources of cytokinins, like coconut water, seems to produce an anti-aging effect on the body, which can reduce the risk of developing degenerative and age-related diseases. In regulating cell growth, cytokinins aid in the growth of normal cells, while cancerous cells are programmed to die, which prevents them from growing and spreading.
Now that we have described some of the nutritional benefits of coconut water, we are going to move on to the sugar content in coconuts. One medium coconut contains about 25 grams of sugar. Now, that sugar can be broken down into 3 different types: fructose, glucose, and sucrose. Before we get into each of these sugars in more detail, we should mention that sugars are categorized as either monosaccharides or disaccharides. Disaccharides are made up of 2 linked monosaccharides and are broken back down into monosaccharides during digestion. How are glucose, fructose, and sucrose different from each other?
Well, glucose comes from the Greek word glycos, which means sugar or sweet. The suffix "ose" is a chemical classifier which means sugar. Glucose is a monosaccharide. It's actually your body's preferred carb-based energy source. As it travels through your bloodstream to your cells, it's called blood glucose or blood sugar. Fructose comes from the Latin word fructus, meaning fruit, and the chemical classifier Os for sugar. Fructose is a monosaccharide like glucose. It's naturally found in fruit, honey, agave, and most root vegetables. Sucrose comes from the French word sucre, meaning sugar, and the chemical ending Os for sugar. Sucrose is a disaccharide consisting of one glucose molecule and one fructose molecule, or 50% glucose and 50% fructose. This means that enzymes in your mouth have to partially break down sucrose into glucose and fructose. However, the majority of sugar digestion happens in the small intestine. It's naturally occurring carbohydrate found in many fruits, vegetables, and grains, but it is also added to many processed foods such as candy, ice cream, breakfast cereals, canned foods, soda, and other sweetened beverages. Fructose has the sweetest taste and the least impact on your blood sugar. Sucrose tastes less sweet than fructose, but sweeter than glucose alone. Lastly, glucose is the least sweet of the three. Each type of sugar affects the body differently. Glucose and fructose are absorbed directly into your bloodstream, while sucrose must be broken down first. Glucose is used for energy or stored as glycogen, while fructose is converted to glucose or stored as fat. Glucose raises blood sugar more quickly than other sugars, which stimulates the release of insulin. On the other hand, fructose raises blood sugar levels more gradually than glucose and does not appear to immediately affect insulin levels. However, even though fructose doesn't raise your blood sugar right away, it may have more long-term negative effects.
Young coconuts contain more fructose and glucose than mature coconuts, which contain more sucrose. Between 7 to 9 months, the sweetness of coconut water increases to its maximum when sugar content increases. From 10 to 13 months, the sugar levels decrease and coconut water tastes less sweet. Now, at the beginning of this video, we mentioned that coconut water is low in calories. What does that mean in comparison with other drinks?
Well, 250 milliliters of coconut water contain around 50 calories. In contrast, 250 milliliters of apple juice have 120 calories, and so do 250 milliliters of an energy drink. This is more than double the amount compared to coconut water. And 250 milliliters of red wine even have 210 calories. That is more than 4 times the amount. While coconut water does not have 0 calories, it is a lot less compared to other beverages.
Coconut water has a rich history and has a cultural significance in societies all over the world. There are many varieties of coconut water, with each one having a different flavor profile. Coconut water is not only rich in the electrolytes potassium, magnesium, and sodium, but also an excellent source of cytokines. Compared to other beverages, coconut water has a relatively low amount of calories. As you probably know now, coconut water has a range of health benefits, especially when it comes to dehydration, and it can actually help against high blood pressure and kidney stones, for example. So let us know in the comments if you like coconut water as much as we do. If you
No, I'm going to do the ending now. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, and please make sure to subscribe to help grow the channel.